It's a classic dilemma that scholars have debated for years. 1 billion lions versus one of every Pokémon. Now, I'm not here to argue that classic problem in depth, except the Pokémon would wash the lions. Sorry, 1 billion lions is a lot of lions, crowd. I just don't see them beating God and his friends. I'm here to create a new argument, however. What about one of every Yu-Gi-Oh card versus said 1 billion lions? Unlike Pokemon, which only has around 1,000 creatures, there are 10,000 Yu-Gi-Oh cards that can combat these lions, making it so that there's a 1 to 100,000 ratio instead of a 1 to a million. Unfortunately though, not all of them stand a chance at even taking out one lion. I mean, Wanapon can give moral support, I guess, and Pot of Generosity straight up helps the lions. At face value though, this argument really is trivial. Just drop a Raigeki, or something of that sort that destroys all monsters, and poof, the lions are no more. But what if we played fair, and left it up to just the monsters with non-board wipe effects? Sorry Zeus, you can't just insta-win, but you can scrap a little bit. I think this is reasonable to the argument, because in the traditional Pokemon versus Lion problem, people make their own rules all the time and ignore cheesy effects, such as Markargo's Pokédex entry, claiming that it is hotter than the sun and would disintegrate any lion that comes within a close radius of it. So, we're just going to do the same thing with Yu-Gi-Oh! And board wipes. Obviously, we can't look at every single monster, but let's highlight some of the heavy hitters and see how they fare against these lions. Starting off, oh yeah, we have 3 gods, Ra, Obelisk, and Slifer, who should dominate the fight. I mean, Pokemon only has Arceus as a god, but Yu-Gi-Oh! Gets 3 of them. Exodia, Halakti of Light, and many others are also basically gods at this point, so low-key may be stronger than the lions. I don't know. Then there's also the basically inanimate death machines like Kashtira, Shangri-Ira, so I would like to see the lions even try to deal with that nonsense. Speaking of inanimate death machines, I'm pretty sure the Wicked Avatar is just a black hole. There is no beating a black hole, I'm sorry. And I'd also like to point out that while tons of these monsters won't be able to do any damage to the lions, they can basically be shields for the bigger monsters and let them put in work for longer. Hungry Burger, now is your chance to shine. Give the Dark Magician time to light up a spell that just disintegrates lions, I guess?
I like trains.
Yup, there are way too many trains in Yu-Gi-Oh! Another thing that I don't even see how the lions could game plan for, and would just run them over. And if we're talking anime-wise, then Divine Serpent Ge has infinite attack points? Please tell me how you're going to deal with that, lions. You're just not. I could go on and on with more examples, but there are way too many Yu-Gi-Oh! Cards that would definitely give the lions some trouble, and way too many that would also not give them some trouble. So, we're just going to crown them the winners regardless. Remember though, at the end of the day, Yu-Gi-Oh! Always beats the lions, through the heart of the cards and unity.